All right, we are finally here. Can Network is messing up with us, but we are bigger than them. So we are finally here for PIFTYE Young Leaders Summit. Today we're going to be talking about discovering our true self. And we're going to have a phenomenal speaker, Mr. Paul Friday, take us on this. Paul Friday is a self-leadership expert and he's a purpose-driven, he encourages purpose-driven life. He'll be sharing with us out of his long acquired wealth of knowledge. So let's make welcome Mr. Paul Friday. So I'm going to be inviting him right away.
All right. Thank you, Doris. Thank you, everyone. Network has
All right,
been bad. Network has been bad. So sorry.
welcome.
But
We
we are.
overcome.
Thank you, Doris. Thank you for your time. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for your patience. Who is in the room? Thank you for your
Yeah.
patience. Thank you for your patience. All right. So I was giving a brief introduction. I said that it is important that we discover our purpose because that is where our value lies. That is where our worth lies. If you don't know your value, if you don't know why you are here, if you don't know what you ought to be, what you ought to do, you will not value yourself. You will give yourself up to anything and to everything. But when you know who you are, you value yourself. You filter people that comes into your space, and you channel your strength to what is necessary. So it is important that you discover yourself for you to live an effective life. So in this class, I'm going to do just that. I am asked to help you discover your purpose. So I'm going to do just that. I'm going to help you discover your true self so that you can live an effective, that you can live a happier life. You can take decision with boldness. You can take decision without thinking of if what you're doing is right or wrong. Doris, are you with me? If what you're doing or wrong, let me just be sure that you're with me. Let me be sure. Hello.
We are here.
Okay. So I said it's necessary you discover who you are because that is where your strength lies. That is where you can pull the foundation of any city or any country and take it on top of the mountain because that is where your strength lies. You can see in of Samson. Samson does the same thing because he knows where his strength lies. So your purpose, your destiny, or your gift is where your strength lies, and it is where your best appear. So it is important that you take time to go through this journey because this is the journey that every great man or woman you can ever think of went through. So if you're here in this class, you know that you are up to begin. You are up to begin your journey as a person and also to make an impact while alive. I can see people coming into the class. I can see talk with Doba and the rest of them. Thank you for being in the class. So you're going to learn a whole lot from this class. And I also pointed out to us that God so much loves us that whatever God does, He did it with purpose. He did it with intention. God can never do anything, spend His time to do anything that is worthless. God can never create anything that is useful. So whatever you have, no matter how you look, you have a reason. He has a purpose for your existing. He has a reason for creating you the way you are. So pick up your pad, pick up your pen and jotter. Let's walk through this journey together. As I said, my name is Paul. I love helping people discover themselves. I love helping people become the very best of themselves. In fact, in the last few years, I have devoted my time in helping people discover themselves and also help them live a fulfilling life. So if you are in this class, you know that you are in the right place. I am going to teach you how this thing can work. I know there's a spiritual part of it, But there's also a
Yes.
physical part of it. So I'm going to take you both the spiritual aspect and the physical aspect in order to help you gain a balanced knowledge to know who you are. All right. I also say that we are the only legal being that has an legal right, that has a legal right to do anything on earth. No other being, including God, that has the right that we have to do anything on earth. God, as supreme, as mighty as He is, He walked through vessels. He walked through earthly vessels like you and I to do anything on earth. So whenever God makes human being, He makes a medium of His working. He makes a co-creator. He makes somebody that can stand in for Him, a mouthpiece, a leg to work with on earth. So the devil is also trying to influence a lot of people to work, because including the devil is illegal on earth. God is illegal on earth. The only person that is legal on earth is you and I. Is you and I. So God cannot do anything without working through human. God cannot do anything without working through something. God must work through everything to perform earthly miracles. So if you make yourself available, God works through you. He does wonders through you. So you must understand how to pattern yourself in line with God's intention for your life. You must understand how to build yourself up in order to be useful to yourself and to your generation. It pains me when I see people at their 60s, at their 70s saying, if I had known, I wouldn't have told this part. If I have known, I would have done this, I would have known, I would have done that. It pains me when I hear people say that. That is why I take time to help young people discover themselves. Help them know that no matter who they are, no matter the sin, no matter what they have done in life, God so much loved them. God so much loved them, and God has intention for their life. Many people looking at themselves, looking at their inability to do a lot of things that God created them wicked, as in God did not create them to do anything, that they are not useful in life. Nobody is useless. Everybody that God makes is useful. No matter how you look, no matter who you are, no matter your level of education, you are useful. You have a purpose for existing. You have a mandate to accomplish on earth. You have a life that will come after you. That is why you must be very intentional about your life. That is why you must know your purpose, because God created you to be leaders of thousands. As you live and die, thousands will come and follow after your footsteps. So it is better you discover yourself and live it right in order for you to be impactful, in order for you to live an impactful life as a person. So sometimes you may ask yourself, why? Why do I need to discover myself? Why do I need to know why God made me? Why not just live my life the way I know pleases me? In fact, that is the most frustrating place for any human being to say. I have seen a lot of people that said nothing like purpose, nothing like defined purpose, that they all have their life and they can live their life. And I sometimes I see these people end up coming back to know why God actually created them. Because the more you move in the wrong direction, the more frustrated you become. But when you discover yourself quite on time, you will channel your strength and your time towards the right thing. When once you know yourself, you will be able to face a lot of challenges with a mind that I have seen my hand. Whenever you discover yourself, you bear the cross, you bear the pains, just like Jesus Christ said, when he see the crown that was waiting him, he was able to endure the cross. So if you don't know yourself, you've not seen yourself, you have not discovered who you are, a lot of things will come as a surprise to you. A lot of things will come as an hindrance to you. Some of them things that you know that if you've discovered yourself, you take advantage of, you look at them as being your enemies. So it is very much important that you discover yourself as a person, know who you are, become the very best of yourself in order for you to live an impactful and a meaningful life. For you to even define success in life, success can only be defined when you are living according to God's standard. It is when you're living according to God's intention for you that you can say, oh, I have lived a fulfilling life. I have lived an impactful life. But if you're not living in the way that pleases God, just like the Bible said that there is a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof it is destruction. The end there of it is regret. This way is productive. In this way, you're feeding, you're eating well. But end there of it, at the end of the day, you discover that you have just told the wrong path, that you've just done the wrong thing all your life. You discover that you've just fought the wrong battle, that you've just that you have just invested your time on the wrong task all your life. So it is much important that you discover yourself. So in this summit, thank God I am the first person. This is going to open you up. This is going to open you up to other things that will come in. This is going to help you select what you take into yourself as a person. This is going to help you identify what God is giving to you as a person, because when you know yourself, you know when God is speaking to you. So this is all what you're going to learn in this class. So sometimes you ask yourself, why do I need to discover myself? Why do I need to know myself? One of the reasons why you should know yourself is that speed, that like direction is better than speed. Is that direction is better than speed. Imagine you intending to go to a bar and you are heading towards oil mill. Imagine you intending to go to Bayelsa and you are heading towards Akwa Ibom. You will end up in the wrong destination. So it is better you know where you're going to from the onset. It is better you discover yourself, for you to know your direction in life, for you to know things where you're going to, where you're supposed to direct your strength into, and things you're going to give your attention, and people you're going to allow into your space. If you don't know who you are allow anybody into your space. You don't have, you'll not be able to make decisions, because you don't know what you don't know what should come into your life. So just like trying to do every other thing, the same thing you're doing with life. If you know how to do a particular thing, you know the tools that you need for that thing to be done. So when if you discover yourself, you know the direction to take in life. You know what to invest your time in. You know people to bring into your network. You know places to be as per time. You know where to go. You know things to learn. You even know what to study in school. So I am here to help you know that direction is better than speed. Imagine people going into university to study something that does not have anything to do with who they are. That is why a lot of people, in fact, 87% of Nigeria, more than 87% of Nigeria, do not live on things that they read in school. So that is to tell you that your career is not your purpose. Your career is not your purpose. Your hobby is not your purpose. Bearing children, getting married, having children is not your purpose. That is the general purpose for all mankind. That is the general purpose of mankind. That is the general purpose of God for human being, is to live, multiply, have children, live and die. For you to make more meaning apart from having children for your life, you need to discover that unique thing that God has created you for. You need to discover that one thing, that one problem that God created you to solve. You need to know where to start navigating your life from where you are. You need to know how to turn your disadvantages, the things that comes into your life, into things that you will use, into tools that you will use to navigate your life. So you must understand why God makes you. God does not just make you for you to do this good stuff. God does not make it for you to live good life, have children, get married, have a good job, live and die. That was the story that we read in the book of Exodus chapter 5. You see that a lot of things happen. The Bible says that this person lives a number of years, had sons and daughters and died. This person lived this number of years, had sons and daughters and died. It was only Enoch that lived and did not die that God took him. Because Enoch discovered that God is God. He discovered that he must live to please God. He lived differently from every other person. That was why his ending was unique. So for you to have a unique ending, for you to end with joy in your heart like Apostle Paul, for you to say, I have finished my course, I have fought the battle of faith, I have fought the fight of faith, and I have finished my course. For you to end up with Jesus Christ, say, God, it is time to take my soul, for I have done what you called me to do. You must know what you were called to do. That is why when Jesus Christ even discovered himself, though he was God, the Bible said he read according to the volume of book that was written of him. So as human being, there is a volume of book written concerning you. There's a manual written by God for your own life. So you must not just live your life based on error and trials. You must live your life on precision. You must live your life knowing that this is what you must do per time. This is places that you must go at this time. This person is unique for me. This person is a person I must spend the rest of my life with. So if you don't know who you are, the future is going to be a struggle for you. Life is going to be a struggle for you. You're going to struggle in order to survive. Everything is going to give you heartbreak. A lot of heartbreak, but that a lot of people are actually passing through, are going through, are actually God will for their life. But they don't know. They don't know because they don't know who they are. So you must understand that direction in life, your purpose, discovering your purpose is better than running speed. It's better than living life. It's better than just moving. It's better than just moving. So you must understand this thing, that direction is better than speed. Your purpose determines your success. Success is simply do what God has intended you to do and for you to finish it. Is simply do what God has intended you to do and finishing it. So if you do not know what God has created you to do, you will not be successful in life as a whole. You'll not be successful because you've not discovered what God's intention is for you. You don't know if the things you invested the whole of your life in is what God has intended you to do. So you must discover it. Do not spend your time on your daily jobs because that is the way that the world has customized to leverage on people's life. That you will live your life all your life. You live all your life just to win bread for your family, just to put food on your table. Personally, I call that self-trade. I call that self-trade. Daily job is actually self-trade. That is why I say that your job is not your purpose. Your job is not your purpose. Your career is not your purpose. Your purpose is unique gift, is unique identity that God's placed upon you, is unique ability that God gives to you the day that you were born. Nobody does the things that you can do. Nobody can talk the things that you can. Nobody can say the things that you can say. Nobody can even write the book that you were intended to write. So we may have a lot of book on success. Nobody can write book on success as you will write because you have a unique identity. You have something that makes you different from every other human being on earth. So you must understand that your success in life is tied to your purpose. If you must live a successful life, then you must discover what you must spend your life living on. You must discover what you should channel your strength in. You must discover the kind of people that must come into your life, the people that you God created you to help in life. So that is the second thing that you must know. Number one, direction is better than speed. Number two, the success in life is tied to your purpose. So when you are living on God's channel for your life, it will make success in life predictable. When you're living on God's cause, it will make you be able to predict that this is who I will end up becoming. You can boldly tell people, this is who I will become because I have seen the end from the beginning. I have seen who God has created me to be. So I'm not worried about what I'm going through. I'm not worried about the pains I am going through because I know who I am. So for you to be able to predict your future, that this is who I will end up becoming, this is who I will become in few years to come, this is who I will become in the future, you should be able to know who you were created to be and what you are to do. So discover your purpose because this is the only way you can predict your future. This is the only way your life can become predictable to you. So it is important that you discover yourself because it makes success in life predictable. It helps you guide your decision making. Purpose helps you guide your decision making. Sometimes you make decision in life. Some people you tell no in life, you go back home regretting that you said no to them. It's because you don't know who you are. When you know who you are, you make a lot of decisions with boldness. We make a lot of this decision with a lot of precision. You make a lot of decision without thinking if you're doing the right thing or the wrong thing. So For you to be able to decide rightly, for you to be able to make the right decision, you must know who you are. You must know what created you to do. You must know what God made you for. You must know who you must answer yes to and people you should answer no to. You should know that there are people in this life that you must not allow into your cycle. You must know that there are people in this life you must not make your friend. You must know that there are people in this life that allow you must not allow to mingle with. That you must not mingle with. So that is what you should know. Discovering yourself is so important. So understand this. When you understand this, it will make life enjoyable. It will make life it will make life sweet for you. So purpose increases your satisfaction and your sense of fulfillment. For you to live a for you to live a fulfilling life, then for you to live a satisfactory life, you must understand that you must live it on purpose. You must live it on purpose. Sorry, sorry. Please close the door. Close the door, please. Close the door. So sorry. So it increases your satisfaction in life and sense of fulfillment. All right, thank you. Thank you. Can you hear me? Let me know
Yes,
you
we
can
can.
hear me. Let me know you can hear me. Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Show me some emoji. Let me see that you can hear me. Okay. Okay. Let me know you can hear me. All right. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Thank you. So your purpose increase your satisfaction in life and sense of fulfillment. Your purpose makes you make positive impact, makes you make positive impact in the world and people around you. When you discover who you are, it will help you that every day that you wake up from sleep, that people benefit from you. People benefit from your existing for that day. People benefit from your existing for that day. It will make you wake up with goals around you. It will make you wake up in the middle of the night thinking of what to do, thinking of who to bless. Purpose is not for you, it is for others. It is for others. So sometimes you see that most time you go out of yourself in doing things to please people, in doing things to help other people's life become more meaningful. That is because your purpose is never for you. Your purpose is for others. Your purpose is for others. It's never for you. So that is what you must have in mind, and this is why you must discover yourself on time. When you see a man pushing wheelbarrow, you say, hey, I would not want to be like this man. I would not want to end up like this man. Think about it. If you're going that way, the way that that man went, you will definitely end up the way that man ended. So it is not about telling yourself, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to do. It's about you discovering who you are, because that will help you know what to do per time. That will help you know what to do in order to help that thing come to fulfillment. In order to help that thing come to fulfillment. So discovering yourself is basic. Discovering yourself is basic. So here I am going to help you discover yourself. I'm going to help you discover your shape. So you should be asking yourself, what is my shape? Remember what Job said in the book of Job chapter 10 verse 8. Job said that your hand has made me. In your wisdom have you shaped me. You shaped me with your wisdom. So you must understand what your shape is. What your shape is. How God shaped you, the way you look, your personality, the things you do, the things you love, how this thing contributed to your destiny. So I am going to help you discover your shape. I'm going to use the acronym of the word shape to help you discover your shape. The shape is spelled SHAPE. That is your shape in life. So I'm going to use the acronym of that word shape to help you discover your purpose or your true self. The first letter of the word shape is letter S. Letter S just stands for spiritual gift. So ask yourself, what am I gifted to do? Letter S, spiritual gift. Ask yourself, what am I gifted to do? What am I gifted to do? What am I gifted to do? What do I do? What do I enjoy doing? You hear people say, I am gifted in this. He is gifted in that. He is gifted in this other side. I'm gifted to teach. I can teach all day long. I can teach from morning till night without getting tired because I am gifted to teach. So, what are you gifted for? What is your gift? What is your natural gift? What is your gift? What is your spiritual gift? Can you say that it is God give me this as a gift? God give me this as a gift. What is your spiritual gift like? Did you know your spiritual gift? Are you close enough to God to know what His gift is in you? Are you close to God enough for Him to open you up to a greater dimension of your person in Him? Are you close to God enough for you to know that this thing is what you are made for? This thing is what God gives you. Is what God gives you. You see, nobody can do this thing the way you do. What is your spiritual gift? Then the letter H is your heart motivation. What did you love? What did you love? You can see that the Bible said that when Jesus sees sinners, when Jesus sees people who were going through all kinds of things, the Bible said that Jesus had compassion for them. Jesus had compassion for them. What did you love? What moves you in life? What is that thing that makes your heart breathe when you see it happen, when people go through that thing? What is that thing that when you see people go through, you feel like having the power to help them? What is your heart motivation? What pulls you? What wakes you up in the middle of the night? What is that one thing when you see people do, you say, this thing, if I can only do this thing, if I can only help this thing done, I'll be fulfilled. What is your heart motivation? What is your heart motivation? Then the letter A there is your ability. What is your abilities? You will say, what is my natural gift? What is my natural gift? What am I naturally gifted to do? What is my natural talent? What is my natural talent? What can I do? What can I do? What is my natural talent? This thing, you just find yourself doing it. Like I said, talking, helping people to become the best of themselves is my natural gift. I can help anybody. I can help anybody move from knowing nothing to becoming to knowing something because that is natural to me. So, what is your natural gift? What will you say that this thing is given to me naturally? You enjoy doing it. You see yourself doing it. The thing is that people always take what they know naturally for granted. They think it doesn't matter. But that is where God will bless you. That is where God will bless. That is why the Bible says that the gift of a man maketh way for him. The gift of a man maketh way for him. Though you may need some brushing up to help you become perfect, but your gift is where your glory rise. Your gift is where your glory rise. I said something that where the ability of a man meet with the need of the world, there lies his purpose. I can say it again. Where your talent lies, where your talent meets with the need of the world, there lies your purpose. You can say that again. I can say it again. Where your natural ability meets with the need of the world, there lies your purpose. There lies your trade. So you understand, with this gift that I have, what can I use it to solve? With this gift that I have, who can I use it to help? With this ability that I have, how can I use this to make this world more better? What is your natural gift? Have you discovered your natural gift? Are you taking your gift, a natural gift, as an object, or you're taking as a second class thing, as something you can just do when you choose to do? But that is the real thing that God gives to you. Your gifting, your potential is never your it's never your certificate. It's never your certificate. So you have a unique gift in you. You have a unique ability. There is something that you can do, only you can do. So help yourself answer this question. What am I gifted at? What is my natural ability at? There might not be one. There might not be one, there might be more than two, there might be more than three. But God gives you in abundance because you know that He knows that you need that thing in the course of moving, in the course of going through life. You need that thing. People will come, issues will come that you need that thing to live by. So, what is your natural gift? What are you gifted at? What did you do with that stress? So, letter P, there is your personality. See, God does not contradict your personality. Your personality was perfectly mixed by God in order for it to fit your God's intention for your life. So you ask yourself, what is my personality like? What is my personality like?
Oh, we're very sorry. It was speaker right away. Actually, he's been throwing fire right here. He's been throwing fire. It's been an awesome moment with our first speaker, Mr. Paul Friday. It's been an awesome moment. I can see there's a lot he has actually exposed us to. He said something that is very spectacular. He said self-discovery is the only way you can live effectively. Self-discovery is the only way you can live effectively. That is very much awesome. That is a wonderful one. That is a wonderful one. Self-discovery is the only way you can live an effective life. He said something, he said many people abuse themselves with drugs, with prostitution, different forms of character just because they've not discovered themselves. So this is the reason why self-discovery is important. And he was just talking to us about the sheep. He was just talking to us about the sheep. He said something that we are shaped in a particular manner. And he was talking about SHAPE. And he said shape, S representing what are my spiritual gifts? What am I actually gifted with? There is something that God has actually gifted you yourself. And he also said something H. He said H stands for your heart. What is your heart? That's your heart for people, your heart for the nation. What moves is your heart motivation. Say, what is that thing that when you see people go through it, your heart bleeds? When Jesus saw some people in his heart bleeded because he understood that for this purpose he was born. So ability, that is, he said, where your natural ability meets with the gift of the world, that is where your purpose lies. Or where your natural ability meets with the problem of the world, that is where it is. What are your natural abilities? You can speak, you can talk. Can you transform the talking more into doing God's will than than using it for gossiping? That's an awesome one. So if you know you can talk, use it to speak life into people's life. Use it to go for evangelism. Use it to begin to speak to somebody. Use it to begin to speak to somebody. Okay, our speaker is back here. We are very sorry for that break in transmission, but he's here. I think he should be rounding up I think you should be rounding up um
All right, thank you.
okay, our speaker is
Thank you. Thank you. I'm back. So sorry. So sorry for network is so bad. So let me just round up
oh,
with this.
okay.
I have mentioned spiritual gifts. I have mentioned your heart motivation. I've mentioned your abilities. I have mentioned your personality, and the last of them is your experience. Can you hear me?
We can hear you, sir.
All right. The last of them is your experience. What is your experience in life? You because sometimes your experience has a link to your purpose. What is your educational experience? What is your real life experience? What have you experienced? And you say, this thing that I have experienced, this road that I have passed through, I will never allow people pass through this road. So what is your experience? Sometimes the pains that you went through, the pains. So many people waste their pains, but your pains is actually for a purpose. I want you to understand that your pains is for a purpose. Do not waste your pains in life. What is your experience like? What is your experience? What is that thing that you went through that has been in your life for years? What is that thing? So that might be a call to help other people not go through that step. That might be a call to help other people not go through the same experience, the same pains that you went through. So what is your experience like? What have you experienced in your what educational experience did you have? What training have you gotten? What kind of thing have you done that you say, okay, with this experience that I have gotten, let me help others to get the same experience. Let me help others not to experience the pains that I went through. So your pain, the pain that you went through in life is for a purpose. Do not waste it. Do not waste it. Tell yourself, I will not waste my experience. I will not waste my pains. I will not waste my pains. I have heard story of a lot of people who went into their life purpose by experiencing something. And they say, with this 18 that I have experienced, I will never allow other people experience it. I will never allow other people pass through the pains, the trauma that I went through when this happened to me. I will never allow other people went through it. I have lived my life without meaning. Now I have come to know meaning for my life. I will never allow other people live a meaningless life. I have seen my dad die without achieving anything. In fact, my dad, before he died, my foster father, before he died, he always said, Paul, in this life I will become something. In this life, I will take you to places. I will take you to places. I will take you to places. He lived and died without fulfilling anything. One day I remember him crying without because he never knew himself. He never knew himself. He never lived a life intentionally. He only responded to anything that comes to him. That when he got to 60, he was no more useful. It was no more useful because he had nothing on ground to even look for work with. The job that he had, that I don't know if you know about thinker. In fact, that was what my first father did. That the time came that thing was no more useful. It became very useless for his own self. So I saw him crying. And that is one of the reasons I said I must help people discover themselves on time. Because I will not want them to experience it. I don't want them to experience the pains of discovering yourself at your dying time, at your dying bed. I don't want you to go through the pains of seeing yourself no more useful, not being useful to the people around you and to your nation. So I want you to discover yourself. So what is your experience? What is that thing? What is that pain that you went through that you know you can help other person not went through the same pain? What is your experience in life? What is your experience? Now that you've known your shape, how can you use this your shape to navigate your life? How can you use your shape to position yourself in the place that God has called you to live in? How can you help yourself become better? I have seen a lot of people at their 60 and 70 say, if I had known, if I have known, if I have known, I have seen that I've wasted my life. I have spoken to a lot of people. At the end of the day, they will tell me, Paul, I have wasted my life already. But I'm here to encourage you, no matter who you are, no matter your age, no matter your experience in life, it is never too late for you. It is never too late for you. You can start from now. Now that you've known, now that you've known your shape, you've known what your ability is, you've known what your heart motivation is. You've known that your experience can be turned into advantage. You've known that you can turn your personality was made for a purpose. Now that you've discovered this stuff, I want you to start putting them into use. I want you to wake up with passion to help the world. I want you to wake up every day with dreams, with passion to make the world a better place before you leave. I said something to myself that I will never leave the world the same way I met it. My Moro has lived and he has died so many years ago, but he's still very much active. I can never, I don't know, but there are people who are actually existing, but they are dead already. There are people who are existing, but they are dead, but there are people who have died, but still they are still existing. In fact, go to YouTube every day, his video is going up. Go to Facebook every day. People are talking about my tomorrow because it has made a living in the heart of people. So it is not about you living. That was why Jesus Christ said that I need to go. If I don't go, the Holy Spirit will not come. The Holy Spirit is actually
That
God in multiple form. The Holy Spirit is God in multiple form. So my time is up already. So you need to die to yourself. You need to reject with distraction that comes attraction to you. You need to reject them and live the life that God has called you to live in. I
yeah,
love you. I want to see you fulfilling your dreams. I want to see you living a life. At the end of the day, you say like Apostle Paul, I have fought a fight of I finished my course. I have fought a good fight. That's my prayer for you. I believe that with this training, starting from today, you are going to build block upon block. You're going to help yourself become a better chapter of you. Thank you for your time. Doris, thank you for your time. Pray that God helps you become the very best of yourself in the future and now. In Jesus' name, amen. Thank you.
all right. Thank you so much, Mr. Paul. Wow, that was just awesome. That was just awesome. Something struck me very well. He said, I will never leave the world the way I met it. Wow, that struck me. I will never leave the world. That's a very strong one. I will never leave the world the way I met. That's a very strong one.
Thank you.
It
Thank
means
you.
part,
Thank you.
it means
Thank you.
part time. I need
Thank
to
you.
understand that I need to do this so that I don't leave the world the way I left it. You know, when you talked about
Yeah.
my Smuron died. It's been almost 6 years ago. My Smuron died. Yet when his messages pop up, his messages are still bringing solutions to the present
Yeah.
state, to the
Yes.
present.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
As far as
Yes.
that's what makes purpose. That's just what makes purpose so different.
In fact,
Because
I'm seeing going to him to learn. I'm seeing going back to his videos to learn. He's still alive.
that was awesome. Okay, somebody's asking a question. Somebody said she's trying to learn how to be decisive. She said, how can she actually become very much decisive, that she finds it difficult to actually take decisions most times?
See, see, like I said, knowing who you are will make taking the decision very easy for you. It's just like knowing what to cook. But you know that you need to cook what's the best soup? Okay, what's the best soup? What's the best soup? What soup do I call? Okay,
Okra
native
soup.
soup. Let me just use
Okay,
native soup. You want to cook native soup as a woman. If you go to the market, you'll not be thinking of what to buy because you know that this is what you want to cook. You know the ingredient that is needed for this stuff. So it
yeah,
is one of the best way to make decisions easily is to discover yourself early. When you know who you are, you can now filter what to allow into your life and what not to allow into your life. You live your life more intentionally. You live your life more intentionally. Yeah, you tell people no with boldness because you know that this one does not tally. This one not tally. This one does not tally. This one doesn't have space inside me. No accommodation. So this one should go. So
No accommodation.
that is that. No accommodation. You go. So making decision can be more easier for you when you know who you are. Who are you? Who are you? Who did you need? If you know who you are, then who did you need? What did you need? Where did you need at this time of your life? In this time of your life. So that is just that. So it's just for you to know who you are. When you know who you are, then making decision can be very easy.
Awesome. That was just too much. You can easily filter. You can easily understand things that does not have accommodation. You
Yeah,
cannot accommodate. No space.
no space.
Accommodation is no space. As in the
No space.
accommodation is filled up. It's filled up with purpose. It's filled up with ideas. It's filled up
Yeah,
with heartfelt love for the nation. So this one
yeah.
doesn't have any
No
accommodation,
space.
right?
No space. No space.
That was that was awesome. Thank you so much, at
Thank
speaker.
you.
Let me see if we have more questions. Okay, there's no other question right here. Thank you so much, Mr. Paul. Thank you for pouring out your heart to us. I learned a lot as I myself learned a lot. How much more everyone that was here in the live.
Thank you, thank
So
you, thank you,
appreciate
thank you
you.
for having me. Thank you for having me. I
Good night.
appreciate you. All right, good night. All right, thank God that I don't finish.